probably already watched 100 Magic Keyboard reviews and don't need another one, so this video would be about how to make the most out of your new $300 keyboard case. These tips are going to be for the artists out there. The normal angle the Magic Keyboard gives you is pretty uncomfortable. It's too high up, the angle's too steep, and it's not good for drawing. To mimic the natural feel of paper, you can actually just drop it down on the keyboard. This will give you a nice flat surface you can write or draw on, and it just feels right. So the next one is actually easy to transition from. So going from flat on the table, you can actually prop it up on the front edge of the keyboard, and it gives you another natural feeling drawing surface. A cool thing about this one is you can actually use the back hinge to give you even more viewing angles, and it's also better to draw with. So this next tip you might have seen already. You actually prop it back onto the case, flip it over, and now you have another angle. Normally when you do it like this, you would prop like a phone in the front edge right here so that it prevents the case from propping down like that. But other than that, this is also another good angle. When I first bought the keyboard, it gave me this weird highlight accessibility feature, and I don't know if it starts up like that for everyone, but I found out a way to fix it. Just go to accessibility, keyboards, full keyboard access, and then disable it. This got really annoying for me because watching Netflix with that weird accessibility thing prevented me from like pausing the video, which was weird. So if that does happen to you, I recommend disabling it unless you really need the accessibility feature, which I personally don't. You probably noticed by now that there's no escape key on the keyboard, and this can get annoying in some applications. For example, in Web Safari, to escape, you can't press the escape buttons. You can either do Command period or Control left bracket. There's another way to do this, which is actually the cooler way. Go to General, Keyboard, Physical Keyboard, and you go to Modifier Keys, and then here you can actually remap the globe button to the escape key. This way you can just press the bottom left button, and it's way quicker than doing the commands or shortcuts from before. One thing that got annoying for me really quickly was the sound of the trackpad. It is a nice tactic feel that can press everywhere, but if you go to General, Trackpad, and enable Tap to Click, instead of having to physically press the button every time, you can just tap the trackpad. This way you can actually minimize the sound you make, especially in public spaces when people around you can hear all your keyboard and trackpad inputs. This feels more of a nicer way to press things. You can still physically press and long press, but other than that, this is a better way, in my opinion, to interact with the trackpad. Basically, none of these features are necessary, but they personally made the trackpad that much better for me, so I hope you enjoyed the video.